What's up, everybody? I'm Jeremy. You guys are watching Inside the Coils tonight. I'm super excited about tonight. One, I feel a little bit refreshed. Last weekend, I do want to thank Chris from S Reptilia, Holly from Texoma Exotics, and Malice, Wiz Constrictor himself, and Mr. T from Keys Constrictors. I want to thank all of them for carrying last week's show for me. I was up in the mountains for the weekend, got home Sunday. Had a lot of catching up to do, folks. Not going to lie. Had an awful lot of catching up to do. And that whole crew bailed my ass out. And I think they did a fantastic job. I know Chris was a little nervous about it. Chris, if you're watching this, bro, on the replay, or if you're watching this now, you did an amazing job, man. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching that episode, for tuning in. And it was a much-needed break. Coming home, though, I kind of kicked myself in the butt for doing it. But it was a nice break, a nice way to kind of get things recharged and into a different gear, kind of. But tonight, we've got a good friend of mine, Ash from Morph Minded. Kind of local. Believe he's from Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. But he's got some killer stuff he's working with. And he's just got he's just set up really well. He's got a lot of great mentors. He gets to see a lot of cool stuff. So he's got a very unique, cool perspective, as well as things that are going on in the industry. And I think out of most people, he probably gets a little bit better taste of it as well. So we're going to dive into some of that tonight. Talk about some of the cool stuff he's got cooking on. I don't know if anybody's heard of Malice, but you will know about Malice after tonight. And I'll be surprised if you're not knocking on this man's door tomorrow morning or later on tonight. But just get in line, folks, because I got to get my Malice before you guys get yours. But anyway, before we go ahead and bring Ash out, hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, because I do greatly appreciate it. After this live is over, drop a comment. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this. There was a mention on last week's live that it would be a cool idea, and Chris, I think, is the one that came up with it, to do an episode about the ladies that support us, in all of our endeavors and on this side of the hobby and industry. And I thought, it's like, you know what? That is a really cool idea. So in the comments after this video is over, or maybe you can do it now. I don't know if the comment section is open while this is on live. Anyway, let me know what you guys all think about that idea. I know Chris can probably get his wife. There's a couple guys that can probably get their wives on here, but I think we're really going to have to work hard for me to get Kara on here. I don't know if we could get my wife on here or not. She'd probably just laugh and say I'm stupid, and no way in hell. But anyway, let me know if you guys think that's a good idea. But let's go ahead and bring Ash out, and then we will go ahead and say hi to some people, and we'll dive into this episode. Ash, what's up, brother?
What's going on, man? How's it going?
It's going good, dude. All right, now I do. All right, I don't want to embarrass you off the start, okay? But last week, Chris had asked T and Wiz how they could describe you or something like that, all right? Or so, like, what stands out about you to them? And Malacio said something about how you got the smoothest voice in the industry, and that you need to do like those voiceover things for commentary. And I got to thinking, because I watched it on replay. I think I might have called it live as well, but I went through and watched everything that I missed on replay. I thought, you know what? That's right. You do got like one of the smoothest voices in the industry, dude.
It's terrible. This is starting out bad already, man.
It's true though. You might want to think about that. It's almost. Are you a Game of Thrones guy?
No.
Oh, damn it! All right. Well, anyway, there's a guy in Game of Thrones. I forget his real name. His character name is Bronn, and he's a real cocky guy in the show. Man's got one of the smoothest, sweetest voices that will put your ass to sleep in a heartbeat. And he reads like books and stories on tape. I guess now it's a digital download. But it's like when I found that out, I thought, damn. And now after Malice was saying that, I thought, that's something you got to maybe pick up here.
Thanks, Wes.
I was just like, man, what the hell did I get into tonight? Anyway, let's go through, say hi to some people, dude. Sammy, what's up, dude? Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. Chatty Daddy, thanks for tuning in, bro. Good to see you. Richie Recessives. Hopefully, I'm trying to think the next show I'll get to see you at, Chad. Maybe you need to come up to Hamburg. Are you be at Hamburg, Ash?
Probably, more than likely.
Soulflower, what's up? Shout out to Morph Minded. Thanks for tuning in. New face. Hope you enjoy the show tonight and hit that subscribe button while you're here. Valerie McDonald, Morph Minded, let's go. King of Snakes.
That's the family pulling up. That's my other family, definitely.
Ah, shit. All right. If anybody that's new to the channel or new to watching tonight, thank you. Welcome and hit that subscribe button, please. Holly Texoma Exotics, thank you very much, Holly, for working backstage last week for Chris. Also, everybody, check out Holly's YouTube channel. She does a live stream on Wednesday. I always get it wrong because I never watch it initially anyway. I have to watch the replay. I think it's Wednesdays. Anyway, I apologize, Holly. Wednesdays, and then she does a Saturday show as well. And if you guys need like logo stuff, intro stuff, like the awesome intro you guys got to see for tonight, Holly did that. The background, Holly did that. Holly, I know I was supposed to get a hold of you this week about stuff, and I apologize, dear, but I will get a hold of you. I don't know what we need to. I know you said there were some things you wanted to talk about, but I will get a hold of you. Hopefully this week's a little bit easier. Benji, what's up from New Zealand? What's up, brother? Good to see you. Kike, what's going on, dude? Thanks for tuning in. Hope the carpet's doing well. Hopefully you I don't know if Chris sent you the other girl yet or not, but hopefully you got her. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't yet. I don't know. But I know every time I see an update pic or video of the carpet that Kike got last year from me, every time I think I really like that's a whole seller's remorse thing.
Oh yeah.
Well, with carpets, I feel as though it's worse with the balls because the carpets, when you get rid of them, like unless you hold on to them for a while, they're going to get better. You just don't know how much better they're going to get. Well, I think I gave Kike the wrong snake, and that one that he has should have stayed here. It just, man, sucker looks good. So freaking good every time I see it. But Kike, thanks for tuning in, dude. Good to see you. James Perry, what's going on? JNS Exotics, thanks for tuning in.
Nicole has me looking at other species,
Dude, everybody needs a carpet, dude. You have a carpet python?
No, I was thinking about,
You need one, brother. If you get a free moment at Hamburg, you come on over. We'll get you hooked up.
Okay.
I will tell you this much. I have a female that I do not. I've been bringing her to the shows. I do not push her though, because this sounds bad. I secretly don't want her to sell. I have her there as a gem that if anybody does see her and they decide to jump on her, whatever.
Okay.
But I will point that girl out to you. If you decide you do want one, I will point her out to you and I will give you a good price on her.
Okay.
But I will tell you this much. She is going to be a stunner because after she had her second shed, the person that was going to get her they backed out for different reasons. But I was kind of like, that was the first snake. I was like, oh, it's like, yes, thank goodness. Like someone backed. Because as soon as she had that second shed, I saw the potential, and the seller's remorse started kicking in instantly. But she's here now. But anyway, if you would want her, bro, I got you.
Okay.
Because I think everybody needs a carpet. Everybody needs at least one, if not two or three.
Jeez.
Dude, oh man, like this year I told myself I was going to keep any carpets. Told myself not keeping any babies. Everything I was producing, I was going to sell.
How many did you say? How many? You kept 3, 4?
I kept 5.
Okay.
5 out of 27 isn't bad, though, is it? I mean, it's just, man, they're like, how do I want to put it? They're like Pringles. Once you pop, you just can't stop.
Were they all females or?
It was actually 2 females and 3 males. Now, one of the males I might let go after they start coloring up a little bit. But the one female I held back, dude. I don't know if you're familiar with Nick Mutton. He's literally the guy that wrote the book on the carpet pythons twice. He actually commented on my one picture that I posted and said on how she's going to be a stunner as an adult. And that was a nice little pat on the back coming from, basically the carpet godfather. I'm like, yes, I picked a good
Yeah.
But anywho, Tara Voodoo Doll Royals, one of our channel members. What's up, girl? Thanks for tuning in. Tara got one of the killer carpets from us this season. Matt, M&B, what's up, dude? Thanks for tuning in. Your boy is ready to go, Matt. So hopefully you're going to be at Hamburg, and I will bring him to Hamburg to you. But he's smashing food now, dude. Smashing food. RO, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Who else we got? PMF Exotics, Tim, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Mission Morse, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Jumping in to catch the show and listen to some tone lock drop, some tone lock drop, some knowledge.
He always says that I always sound like Tone Loc, man. That's that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no idea who Tone Loc is, so I'm not gonna lie, no idea. But Mission Morse, thanks for tuning in, dude. Let's see who else we got. TY baby, what's up? I guess that's Ty baby. Let's go, Ash. Damn, dude, you bringing out the people tonight. Lots of new faces in the chat. Fred, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Let's see here. Jamie, Graceful Pythons, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. Great hanging out with you last night. Reggie's Urban Jungle, what's up, dude? Have not seen you in the chat, but dude, thank you very much for tuning in. Let's see here. Chris Balls Deep, what's going on, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. That might kind of SK Exotics. Stefan, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. All right. I gotta give this man a shout out. Don D, what's up, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you.
Don? What's good, Don?
We got Phil from Finger Snakes. What's up, brother? This is another man that makes me jealous. He posted a picture of his girl that he got for me today that he got last year, and again, seller's remorse. Like, wrong freaking snake I gave away. Mitzi, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. All right, everybody. Ooh, Jeremy number 2. Have not seen you in the chat for a while, bro. Good to see you. Still have yet to understand how I became Jeremy 1 and Jeremy Bald is number 2, because Bald is older than me. He's been in the industry longer than me. So he should, by all rights, be number 1, but somehow I got dubbed number 1. I don't know. It was weird. But anyway, Jeremy number 2, what's up, dude? Jeremy, quick update on the Partho Enchi girl. She's like sitting at 13 mil follicles still, dude. I don't know what she's thinking, what she's doing, but yeah, it's hoping that she'll go. It's kind of fingers crossed. We'll see. Scott, what's going on, dude? Thanks for tuning in. All right, we're gonna scroll down here to the bottom, get me caught up, but let's run the first channel sponsor, and then we will dive into this, dude. Let me do this. We'll do this. All right, here we go.
Make sure you check out Nathan at Infinite Possible Pythons. He is your guy to go to if you want to get into the Bang project. On top of it, he's working a bunch of awesome ball python projects. Kahua geckos, Leachianus geckos, crested geckos, some scaleless corn snakes, and he is your one-stop shop for all your branding needs. So check him out. Check out Chris Shelley over at S Reptilia if you need a high-end ball python, blood python, locality boa, or colubrid. He's also Pennsylvania's distributor of Coco to Go and the Chipper, and he can also hook you up with some rats. So make sure you guys check out Chris over at S Reptilia.
All right. I do got to say, Ash, I know we were talking about Malice backstage. A Bang Malice, dude, you need to get Bang into that Malice, and I think that'd be pretty badass looking. You and Nate need to talk, brother. You need to talk. So, dude, everybody's tired of hearing me talk. We're going to listen to you talk. So give us a rundown. How'd you get into all this? What made you want to start breeding snakes? And like, just give us kind of a little bit of rundown on yourself.
I'm not the normal, kid from the suburbs that, was grabbing snakes out the pond and all of that sort of stuff, from Brooklyn, New York. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. And I think my fascination for snakes started with, there was a guy that lived across the street, and he had a berm, and he had a couple of boas, and my cousin upstate New York, he had a ball python. So I was like kind of always around them, but I just never had one. I thought it was interesting. When I went to college, moved off campus, I didn't want a cat, didn't want a dog, bought a snake. And I still have that snake. She is 21 years old right now.
Damn, yes. Dude.
Yeah, she's right there. Yeah.
Now, what is she? Just a normal, or?
She is a normal. Her name is Honey.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, have you bred her, or is she just solely that one snake that you'll never breed, and she's just a pet?
I've bred her a few times over the years. Okay. But like I was a hobbyist, for a very long time. Like I have a 21-year-old, a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old. A couple of those I used to make my Malices because I said I'd never breed them again. So I just a sentimental thing. You know what I mean? I know they ate well. A lot of people just talk about genetics, but I know those snakes are tanks. They're 15, 14 years old. You know what I mean? I made a lot of mistakes learning about ball pythons, and they're still right there. You know what I mean? So I wanted to inject my personal gene from the wild into those. And
dude, that's freaking badass, man. I honestly don't know or don't think that there's really any. I mean, I'm not saying that there's not people out there, but there's probably not that many people that hold on to snakes that long, that are that old. And let alone like some are like just even a normal. Most people, they'd be like, oh, it's a normal. Psh, out the door you go. That's freaking awesome, dude. Like that's just that's freaking sweet.
She's my mascot.
It's just like something you don't run across a whole lot. Normally, if you're a breeder, it's a revolving door. Okay, once your purpose is served, out the door you go to somebody else that can that they can further along or become a pet for.
Sure. But those are my pets. I have like 8 pets. They're all females. You know what I mean? So they'll never go anywhere. But if I can use them for something, yeah, sure, I'm gonna use you.
I see. But let them put in a little work. Pay for a little bit of the rent that they take up. Kai, what up, dude? Thanks for tuning in. Matt, what's up, dude? Thanks for tuning in as well. Patrick, I don't think I said hi to you. What's up, bro? Patrick's like always in the chats. Hope you're doing well, dude. So, how long have you been breeding then?
More seriously, maybe about 8 years.
Okay.
For play, maybe about I don't know, maybe my first clutch was maybe about 15 years ago or something like that.
Okay. Okay. You've been around.
I know
You've
it
been
was in a
playing
tank.
for a while, then.
Yeah, you know, I just playing around. Like I think it was in a tank. My first incubator for many years, and it still works, is you get a big, you know, sterilite tub, and you make the shoebox tub the same way. You get a
Yep.
fish tank thermometer, put some water in it, set it to 91 degrees, fill the water above the fish tank thermometer, put the egg box inside the bigger box, and put a lid on it. Yeah. So that was
Simple,
my
easy.
first.
I forgot
Yeah.
that people even like that was even how people had done it. Like I've seen it before, but I don't think I've ever had anybody on that actually did it that way though. So that's
Yeah, man.
what was
I
your
mean,
success rate doing it like that? I mean, was it a good success rate with hatching, or was it kind of
so coming from where I came from, again, snakes are taboo. A lot of people didn't mess with reptiles, so I did everything by myself. I didn't know reptile people. I was, you know what I mean? So I had to do what I could do, how I could do it.
that makes
So
sense?
it made me kind of I'd say a more well-rounded person. You know what I mean? I've done that. I've incubated out the, you know, incubator. I've maternally incubated. So, you know,
Now, because I've always thought about trying one maternal incubation clutch. How was
sure.
the success rate on that? Did they all hatch, or was it kind
So,
of a rocky
I,
clutch?
I was a punk. I only, because I wanted to see how it went, I literally had a clutch and I left her with one egg, just to see how it would go. It was like a clutch of 6 eggs. I left her with 1 egg. You know, that's an easy thing for a snake to heap over.
Yeah.
And it worked. And I did it again and with an entire clutch, and it worked.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll know if there's a bad egg. There was a bad egg that one time, and you remove the egg, put the snake kind of back on the clutch, and she assumes position.
Okay. See, that's man. I'd be afraid to freaking do that. I'm not gonna like. I would love to maternal incubate stuff, but at the same token, it scares the hell out of me to even attempt it because I'm afraid something will screw up and it'll be a disaster. And yeah, maybe that's why you just don't
Try
do
it
it.
with 1 egg or 2. Yeah,
That's true. There's been times where I really thought about doing it with the carpets because I've seen a lot of people maternal incubate, let the females do that, and just I don't know. It's neat to see the mom actually loosen up the coils, and you see because carpet clutches are so big, so it's neat to see all those little heads poking up out of all those eggs. It's a neat thing to see, but man, it would make me nervous as hell.
It was cool. That egg actually came out before the incubated eggs. It was like 2 days before the incubated eggs. Yeah. And I was like, wow, you know, she started out the gate eating better, you know. Yeah, it was a little different, little bit different.
That's interesting though that it hatched earlier.
Yes, that's what I thought.
I was gonna say, because yeah, that's interesting, dude. Everybody in the chat, just so you do know, because I kind of always forget to mention this. If anybody does have questions for Ash, feel free to drop them. If we don't get to them right away, we will get to them. As long as I see them, I'll star them, and we'll get to them because I'm sure you guys do have questions for him. You know, we're gonna kind of roll through this, shoot the shit a little bit, and you know, it's gonna be a great show. But just for anybody that doesn't know, feel free to drop some questions, and we'll get to them at some point. Now, obviously, if anybody that knows you now knows you've got some really cool mentors, you surrounded yourself with some really awesome people. Yes. Who have been the most influential on you, and how?
My one guy, Andy, he's not in the game anymore. The name of his was Ball Reputation. Then I would say I have Ian from Outback Reptiles. That's my guy. I always salute Ian, man. Like he's imported probably more than a third of the genes that we play with.
I believe that.
Oh yeah, and yeah, he has an interesting collection himself. Could you imagine? But anyway, that's a different talk.
Dude,
But yeah,
well, since you brought that, I mean, I can't even fathom his collection for like. You get stuff in from the wild. I mean, obviously, the man's got an eye for looking for weird stuff because he sees everybody else buy from him, and he gets to see it.
yes.
I think the bigger question I would have for Ian, and one of these days I'll get Ian on this show. I bother him.
We'll keep beating them up, man. We'll try. I think we're like the only people that really try.
I think we are. Every time I see him, it's like, hey, Ian, what's up, man? Hey, when you coming on the show? He's probably like, that damn guy. Anyway, but yeah, like, I think the bigger question I'd have for him is, how do you not keep so much more than what he probably does keep? Because he's got, I mean, his collection's got to be humongous.
And it's probably one of, I don't know how many more of collections like his could be out there. Like his collection is untapped. Like this is a man who basically put breeding on the side. You know what I mean? To continue to do what he does in the business, man. He has animals that have been ready to breed for 4, 5, 6 years and haven't done them. He has genes in his collection that the world has not seen yet. You know what I mean? That's why I yeah.
Now you see, now the bigger question for you is, how do you not like pry those things out of that man's hands?
Well, one, I look at him as my mentor, right? Two, we're gonna start to do some things. And we are. But I've never been that guy to hound people like that either. You know what I mean? I just kind of play my position with that. You know what I mean? I just know what the hell he has. And I know that there can't be 2 or 3 more people that have what he has out there. They can't be.
I believe that, man. Like it. I think that's more like with you having Ian, like having that, not only like do you help him at shows and stuff, but having that friendship, like that's gotta be, I don't want to say an ace up the sleeve, but like it's gotta be a nice way to bounce ideas off of somebody that's been in the industry for so long and get some real good, solid advice that, he's not going to tell you something just to get you off his back. It's going to be hard advice. And like, man, that's awesome. Now, Now, what has been some of the big things that you've pulled, like that you've learned or have implemented that you from Ian?
Well, I know Ian said things about like the crash that people talk about. Like he talked about those things probably 18 months before they happened.
Okay.
He's been around so long, he understands a different type of language. But at the same time, I love him to death. When it comes to certain things, I have to realize that in today's society that Ian is also like a Walkman. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we had the Discman, we had the Blue, we got to see the Ian in certain things. He's like the Walkman, So I love to get that perspective, and then I'll talk to somebody like Levant, and then I'll get his perspective, and somewhere in between, I find something that works for me,
So that's freaking cool. Man. Like just the knowledge that you have access to is it baffles me, dude. It really baffles me. Ashley, Pip Stalkers, what's up, girl? Thanks for tuning in. Another one of our channel members. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Well, I think we met each other at a show. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure. We've been running into each other for years at the shows, right? Yeah.
I've been running into you at shows ever since I actually kind of got back into everything. So it's been 4 years, I think.
There you go. And
I have to say this: all those 4 years, everybody. The first thing this man said to me, actually, I think it might have been one of the first things you ever said to me, was, "When you getting some tri-stripe in that collection?"
Tri-stripe.
I think that was my first introduction to Ash. Was literally him going, "Tri-stripe, you need it."
Tri-stripe. Yes, sir. And I still say it, and I still live by it, man. Tri-stripe is badass.
Dude, all right. I will be honest with you. Up until you shedding light on it, I never once thought about looking at tri-stripe. Never did it phase me, jump into my mind. I looked at some Exantic tri-stripe, and of course, there's TSK Exantic tri-stripe out there. I forget who the breeder was that had it, and that was just mind-boggling. I expect, obviously it's going to have 3 stripes, but how that Exantic worked with that freaking blew my mind. And at that moment, it's like, at some point, once I can free up some space, I've got to get that in.
You should.
It's one of those things where it's like, it just looked too damn good. It almost didn't look real. It looked that good.
Do it, bro. Do it. The Xanthic tries, I love them, man. I'm actually breeding a 1.3 right now. So try to make some VPI Xanthic tries. Yeah.
Oh, of course it's VPI. Oh, that hurts, Ash. That hurts. We need to get this man some TSK, folks.
Hey, man.
It's all right. Ash will get me the tri-stripe, and I will supply you all with TSK tri-stripe.
Oh, man. But no, I have it going different ways. You can put TSK in it the way you would like to if you choose to, man. I have different avenues with the tri-stripe.
Now, yes. What's your vision with the tri-stripe? We'll kind of take a little bit detour here onto the tri-stripe. What's your vision with that? And what all do you think you can do with it to kind of make it stand out? Because I feel as though if everything that you pair it to, if all you get is 3 stripes all the time, all you're doing is working with the color palette. So what's your thought?
See, already you're thinking about it, and that's why whoever named it should probably slap theirself. That was probably the largest disservice that you could have done to this gene, was name it the tri-stripe after the genetic stripes. All right, because
I agree with you on that.
It's not hard to manipulate the stripe on a tri-stripe. Some people are sad when they create a tri-stripe that does not have the stripe, correct? Right?
Oh, I can believe that. Yeah.
Right. So obviously, even the normal tri-stripes in and of itself don't all have 3 stripes. Some of them have just 1, like this badass one that Reggie has. Okay. Once you put genes into it, it's not hard to manipulate that pattern. The blacks are blacker than, say, clown. Pastel tri-stripes look awesome, while I see people scoff at pastel clowns. You know what I mean? So it's also a dorsal black back animal, So it's just untapped. So where I want to take it, I have it in the, the hypo, the Xanthic, the DG, got some triple heads and all that jazz. You know what I mean? So
our DG with tri-strip, that'll look phenomenal.
Yeah, Bavu created a couple of them things, man. The dude in England, he created a couple of them. The contrast, because again, the blacks are like DG black, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So once you start adding color into those, it's nice.
So that explains then why the Xanthic tri-stripe probably really stood out so much, because those blacks then, maybe that's what my eyes were catching on, was the blacks were so much more intense
Exactly.
and more rich than what they normally are.
Exactly.
Now I'm learning shit. I'm learning shit, dude. I love it.
So
now,
you
do you have any
run.
you can show off?
I honestly, I do. I usually only show the same couple of animals. You know what I mean? Because again, I've learned from some good people that I deal with. You don't show your hand all the time. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I do. But just the normal, my normal hypo try.
See, as I said, I'll put you up here on the big screen. That way some people can see some tri-stripe. What's up, Steven and Courtney? Good to see you. Banana Fields, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. That looks freaking nice, dude. Just for hypo tri-stripe, that thing's badass looking.
So there's some, stuff going on along the sides, and it's just a nice palette to play with. That's all.
Dude, that works very well with hypo.
Yes. So now imagine the Xanthic. True Ghost tries.
I say, Chris here from Balls Deep just said tri-stripe True Ghost. Let's go.
Yeah, see, True Ghost tries.
What line of tri are you working with?
They all are compatible. So I had a few lines when I started putting my everything together, my collage together. They're nope. They might be. Y'all not a lot. So like,
dude,
the camera's not going to do this, and it's not going to do any justice with the light.
There you can see it. There you can see it. Dude, that's nuts.
So there's yellow belly and banana and that. But, like I said, I've been working on my double hets and triple hets for a while. So that's what's, in a lot of those tubs up there that I've been working on. And I can't wait because, they're getting to be that size. And yeah, I like working on stuff. That's the cool part about what we do. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Now, without giving too much away, what are some of the genes you think work best with tri-stripe?
So that's the cool part. You don't have many examples, right? So Have you ever seen the spot nose tri? We've just started to see a GHI tri.
Oh,
could you imagine the sick, right?
I bet you it is.
Uh-huh. What about, a stranger tri? Nobody's ever put any of these things in the tri. So sky's the limit for tri-stripe, the way that I feel, without having a bunch of people in your business like some of these other genes. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's very true, because it's kind of, with not everybody focused on it, it allows you to get basically a nice head start. And then once you start releasing and showing, look at this to the world, you're already you're already the tri-stripe guy. And to me anyway, you're like, if I want tri-stripe, I'm going to you. Like, I'm not going to go anywhere else. You are the tri-stripe guy. So that being said, though, once you start getting it into all those other genetics, dude, not only will it, not only is it going to skyrocket you, I feel, into the spotlight, but you're gonna be that far ahead that nobody else is gonna go to anybody else. They're gonna go to you.
I'm just, trying to be that guy that dedicates his small collection to, what I would say is an untapped gene.
Yes.
I hear a lot of people say they want to be different, but a lot of people are working with the same shit. Well, how different are you going to be working with the same shit? You know what I mean? So
I think, all right, I think you hit the nail on the head right there, and we're gonna be all over the place tonight, folks. Let me tell you this. Actually, let me run another channel sponsor quick, because this is I can foresee this topic taking a while, and I don't want to forget to run channel sponsors. So hang on one second.
Head on over to Triforce Morphs if you're looking for that missing piece in your ball python breeding project. While you're there, add a little bit of lace or citron to the mix, folks. John and Christine can also hook you up with the crested gecko, so don't forget that. Turn up the heat with Triforce Morphs. If you want to use the best reptile record keeping and tracking software on the market today, scan the QR code or click our partnership link in the description down below for a free 30-day trial of Husbandry Pro. I promise you will not regret it.
Say, Ash, we need to get you some on Husbandry Pro, dude. Like, the tape looks nice. I gotta admit, it looks organized. Everything, like, it literally looks like you measured everything out. But we gotta get you onto Husbandry Pro, dude.
Man, I've given that some thought. Now that I've given it some thought. But this is so comfortable. Like, it's just painter's tape, and I can scribble on it. You know what I mean? I scribble on it. It's real simple. It's easy for me to see once the columns start filling up. These are the ones that ate more. You haven't been eating so much over the past. It's really easy on the eye.
It's a bit, and that's, I feel as though, like, I don't try to sell it on people, but when you make a good point like that, it's like, okay, there's some people that are a lot more visual than others. I'm not as visual on that aspect, but you do strike a good point on that one. I don't know. So I'll try my sales pitch on you on one of these shows. I'll pull you aside and I'll try my sales pitch on you. But,
I'm with it, man.
But I do gotta say hi to this guy right here. Chris, what up? Being S Reptilia, one of our channel sponsors.
Thanks, Chris, what's up, man? What's up,
Chris,
man?
You missed me giving you a pat on the back, but you did an amazing job last weekend, bro. So thank you. I do appreciate you basically letting me have a kind of not so chaotic weekend. Phil's been screaming something for years.
Chris is a good guy, man.
Dude, I was gonna say, I'm almost trying. All right, now I'm really starting to think here. Did we meet at a show or did we meet at Chris's barbecue?
At Chris's barbecue. It might have been Chris's barbecue playing horseshoes or something like that. Yeah, it might have been, man.
Maybe might have been. Dude, it's either way. It was forever ago.
I blame Warfel stock for all of this that's going on right now, though, man, because that's where I met Keys, and Keys threatened me. You know what I mean? And then yeah,
dude, I went back and rewatched that whole thing, and when I went up, because it was funny, because when Chris it was all Chris's idea, so you can thank Chris for that whole live stream going around, interviewing. That was all Chris's idea. I just ran with it. But when Chris had said about doing it, I was like, I am getting Ash. Because I knew Chris would have been the one to go and find you to do it. And I told Chris, I'm getting Ash. You go find somebody else. So I tried looking for you, and you were gone. Like, I couldn't find you at all. So I was like, all right.
I felt it.
You felt the disturbance in the force. But like, you could tell when I got up to you, you're just kind of like, what the hell is this crap? Like, you were so caught off guard. But dude, you were so good. Like, you were so smooth about it. Like, you had the deer in the headlights thing going on, but you were composed the whole time about it. It was great. I freaking loved it, man. But yeah, you got Chris to thank for that one. That was Blame Chris.
Thanks,
Blame
Chris.
I think he should give you a couple, because don't you get rats from Chris or something?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I think that deserves like a couple free rats, Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
I think Chris is having a case of fat fingers tonight. But anyway, all right. With what we were going to jump into there, with everybody producing the same stuff, even though they're claiming they're going different directions. That is what I feel is the big key, or the big reason everybody says about this whole market being dead thing. Because everybody's being different, but they're producing all the same byproduct. Because in reality, by being different, they're still following someone else's coattails and trying to produce stuff that everybody else is trying to produce. And I think that's part of the big issue. Like, there isn't different things out there being produced.
That's why it's pretty cool when you could stumble upon your own gene and mess with that and have a whole different palette to play with. I don't take that for granted. You know what I mean? I haven't gotten bored with messing with this thing, you know?
Now, when you're at shows and stuff, vending, like, obviously, like we were talking about earlier, you know, you help out Ian. What are you seeing as far as the market? And because I feel as though, like, you get to see a wider variety of stuff than what a lot of other people do. So I think you've got your toes in the water. You've got to feel for what the current's doing, kind of. So what are you kind of seeing with that, or what are your thoughts on it?
So I believe that the we all talk about the pet, the hobbyist person or people, the person with 1 to 4 snakes. They're picking their game up. A lot of them are buying clowns and pieds and things of that nature. It's becoming harder for us as breeders to sell these things as our byproduct to these people. I believe it's people are overbreeding the same genetics and expecting to try to get rid of them somewhere. Unless we increase the amount of people that's coming into the hobby, or people are increasing the size of their collections, that's really simple math to me. Like, you're just, you're killing your own supply and demand right there. So if I could find somebody like, let's say, an Ian, and I could say, hey, Ian, anytime you run into some tri-stripe or anybody with some tri-stripe, bro, give me a call. And I don't get that call for 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, a year, I know that that's a good thing. I know that that's a good thing. You know what I mean? That's what I want to hear. Yeah.
That's kind of that no news is good news type of deal. And you know what? And it's funny you put it in that way, though, too, because I've had so many people come up to me at shows and they're like, oh, my God, you have TSK Exantic. And I'm just there like, yeah. And they're like, nobody else has TSK. They're like, everybody's got VPI. They're like, you're the only person in this whole expo that's got TSK. And, when you're vending and you're set up, like, for me anyway, I browse quickly for, like, in my head, I've got things that I'm looking for. If it doesn't stand out, if I don't see it, I don't really stop and look around a whole lot. But hearing that, like you said, that to me is good news. I've had a bunch of people try to get in, the Exantic thing catches their eye. It's like, okay, well, what line do you work? They're like, I don't have any yet. I was like, all right. And then we start pumping, the gas a little bit on it, trying to get that excitement train started up. So I would assume that that's basically what you're doing with the tri-stripe. And obviously, you're probably not trying to hit the gas too quick with the Malice stuff, but I'm sure you're kind of starting to pump that gas a little bit too on it.
It's specific, you know. It has to be specific. You know, you put it into some simple things like that 15 and 14-year-old, you know, and you look at it, you're seeing what it does in a simple pastel, what it does in a simple Mojave. You know, we all know what Mojaves look like. We all know what pastels look like. So if you can make somebody go wow by showing them a new gene and a Mojave, your job is done. I'm gonna let the gene speak for itself. That's why I hate these damn cameras. I just want to show my animals. Me personally, that's just how I am. You know what I mean? Look at my animals. Check my Instagram out. They'll be on there. You don't need to see this to see that. But I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. At the same time, you have to promote your gene. I get it.
But see, you've got to promote it. But when you got those people banging on that door saying, let me in, I want that shit. You've got to have that self-control to not go hog wild, sell a crap load of it off, and then create, I don't want to say create a whole bunch of competition, but then you allow people to, and I'm kind of the wrong person to speak on this exactly, because I think Nathan's the better one to do it because he's doing the bang stuff. But you got to watch what you let out, so that way you know that you're still ahead of the game with it, that you're still that guy.
That's why, honestly, I shout out to Reggie and Keisha with this one. So they were telling me for, you know, a little while that I need to get with somebody. You know what I mean? I'm kind of introverted, you know. I'm kind of a, you know how I am. I don't, you know.
You're not a hey over here, look at me type of guy. Yeah. You're calm, cool, and collected.
So they were telling me I need to get with somebody. You know, they would name people. Why don't you call this person? No. And then, you know, I think Keisha said, well, why don't you call Avant? And I was like, I was trying to think of something for a reason to be like, no, but I couldn't come up with anything. You know what I mean? So I think I reached out to him a couple of weeks later, and yeah, we've been talking ever since. He showed interest in it, you know, almost like, you know, he was trying to find out if I knew my stuff. You know what I mean? We would talk about different things, and I started making him think about some different, you know, things. He started making me think about some different things, and you know, so.
Now, have you left? We'll switch gears over to the Malice here once, because I think though, a lot of people probably don't know about Malice, nor have they heard of it. This might be the first time they're hearing about it. Mm-hmm. How many have you released? Any of them out to the public yet, or is everything still in your collection from the start?
I would say just myself, Reggie, and Levance. Okay. Me having the type of faith that I have in this gene, I felt like I needed to reach out to somebody who was on a level like that I clearly wasn't on, and somebody who had a good idea for genetics, somebody who was, you know, yeah. So like I said, that's why I reached out to Levant. So no, I couldn't just keep talking about it. So no, he has some examples, definitely. Okay. Yeah, he knows what it's capable of, man. Yeah.
Now, I'm going to put you. Can you show off the one or two examples of the Malice? Because I saw Mission Morphs here said something about let's learn about the Malice. Maybe what. Seeing like even just a single gene Malice, that way everybody can kind of see kind of what's going on with it, or whatever you want to show off with it.
Sure. So
put you up on the big screen once, because I'm not gonna lie, dude, I love seeing this thing.
So we all know what a Mojave looks like, right? This thing is in shed, of course. They're always in shed for the camera.
Yeah, they're
But
always in the worst
this
time.
is a Mojave Malice.
Dude, that thing's so freaking sick. Oh my god.
That's a Mojave Malice.
Dude, see, all right, what's crazy? All right, it gives that GHI Mojave vibe because of that dorsal and kind of the color going on with it, but those sides are freaking just destroyed out of this world, like digitized. That is a digitized sided snake, basically.
You know, so this, like I said, everyone knows what Mojave looks like.
Yep.
You know, so. And this came from one of those 15-year-old animals. So, you know.
Okay.
I'm one of those weirdos. We have a chocolate one. Y'all can hit my Instagram.
I was
A
hoping
lot of people been messing with chocolate, right?
Here too, dude. I just got some chocolate stuff in the hatchling rack.
See? Is it clown with it?
DG Hypo, that's Posset Clown.
Ooh, nice, nice. So a lot of people know what chocolate looks like in its normal form. This is a chocolate Malice.
Dude. That, just look at those freaking sides, man.
I love these things. They go crazy. You know, I've reached out to a couple of people that have these other granity genes. Look at the head. I wish I could show you the head, but there's a distinguished color and neck pattern behind the head of these things. And until you really see them in person, I don't even know if you could appreciate them. But even if y'all go to my Instagram, there's a normal one inside of there. And ever since I was showing my normal ones, people are saying, oh, it looks like this, it looks like that. So, you know, I don't show my normal ones, to be honest with you. I just put the work in. You know what I mean? I literally just put the work in and I let people say what they say. And yeah.
Now, I just now thinking of this. Since Charlie from Grey Rider Reptiles, what's up, bro? Thanks for tuning in. Everybody, Charlie is also one of the sponsors of the channel. Charlie. So go ahead and use code CARPET15. Has got the banner going across the bottom there. Shedtesting.com, guys. CARPET15 for 15% off of your order from Charlie at Grey Rider Reptiles, guys. Go check them out. Super fast shed testing results. Accurate. Charlie's amazing. That's all I got to say. Charlie's absolutely amazing. Do not use anybody else. Please use this man, and I guarantee you will not regret it. Charlie, I have a couple sheds sitting here for you as well, bro, so I got to get those out to you. I just can't manage to get to the post office.
This will be the last one that I'll show y'all. And she's spunky, so I'll probably get bit on camera, but it's all good. So I remember you said GHI Mojave. You said it looks like kind of GHI Mojave or something like that.
Yeah.
This pairing, whatever. This is a Malice Calico Enchi GHI. But there's no Mojave in this.
Dude. That is freaking nuts. Man. I tell you what, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That is just insane.
There we go. Yeah,
Like,
there's like a dark pattern along the outline of those dots, the dorsal pattern, and yeah, it's a dark gene, but this thing is wicked. This thing is wicked.
Man, you are just freaking making me want to throw money at you. Just take it all.
It's definitely different, you know. It's definitely different.
Well, that contrast is nuts.
There's an yeah, it is. It is. They are sick animals. Please don't bite me. Here's another one. I don't think this one has the enchi. I don't think this one has the enchi.
Ooh, all right, man. I don't know which I like better because the enchi definitely cleaned it up and wiped out the sides, but this is a nice. It's like a couple shades darker. I almost like the dark.
Definitely is darker. Yep.
Dude, that man. So now have you bred it to anything similar to see if you get like a super form out of it to just confirm that it is its own new thing, or
like what? Like what? What's similar to that I would have, man? What?
Oh, I'm just saying, man, I'm just trying to think of stuff that blows pattern completely off the wall. I mean, like acid or anything like that. Have you tried?
Not yet. No. Not yet. I've been trying to get it into some recessives. You know, eggs in the incubator. It's a. I see. I'm trying to go for some supers right now. Yeah. If it does have a super, I'll name it the Malicious.
Oh,
definitely.
I like it, dude. I like it.
But you know, we're still playing with it, man. There's a lot of sky's the limit for this thing, you know.
I was gonna say dude. You know, like I'd start saving those sheds up, dude. I mean, obviously, from what you were showing, it's clear as day to tell when it hits. But I'm sure there's gonna be some combo somewhere where it possibly hides it. I would save those sheds up and start shipping them there to Charlie at Gray Rider and let him maybe get a shed testing thing developed up for you. So that way, when Malice hits that freaking the highway there and starts going crazy, if people are breeding it and they don't know exactly what the hell they're looking at, they can shed test for it then. So I don't know. Might be something for you to think about, dude.
It's possible. Makes sense.
Let's see here. Mitzi says, I'm trying to look at these beautiful snakes I keep getting put in an arm bar by her 2-year-old. Mitzi, that's just, that's a little difficult, girl. That's a little difficult. I'm trying to see if I missed any questions here because I think everybody was enjoying the Malice there. No, what directions are you heading with the Malice as far as what projects or what recessives are you really, other than tri-strip? Because I'm pretty sure we all can know it's probably going into that tri-strip pretty quick.
See, unfortunately for me to, so I showed it to a couple of people that, you know, we all respect in this thing, you know, some people, you know, have said, well, in order for you to get respect to it, you need to breed it to clown. And I'm like, here we go with the clown thing, right? So, I've been breeding it, you know, to clown. You know, I've been breeding it to my other recessives too. But in order for me to get the respect that I so-called need from the people that I so-called need, right? I've been putting it to clowns so it can kick their ass. Now, that's all. Ain't nothing. I got that much faith in it. I know it's gonna be badass. You know, did you see that picture that I sent you? That I texted you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So there you go. That's that work that I'm talking about. Got to do the work, right?
And I think, I don't know why everybody thinks it's got like, I understand clowns, the quote unquote staple recessive, everybody loves clown or whatever. I mean, clowns are cool. Don't get me wrong.
They're very cool.
But at some point, like, it's nice to see something, see other recessive, like, I mean, a lot of clowns, I don't want to say the clowns look the same, but there's a lot of clowns that do look the freaking same.
Bruh, I don't mess with clowns. So when I see them, they're like, well, this is a this clown and this is a that clown. I'm like, man, it just has a few more dots than the other one. Like, what is that? You know? They're like, oh, this is a badass clown. And I'm like, all right, yeah. You got it.
I'm there with you, dude. I'm there with you. It's just kind of like, clowns are cool. Like, I'm going for the Exanthic clown stuff. That project keeps really taking a big dump on me. Like, next year we'll see. Unless the odd gods completely, literally tell me no, I should be able to hit one. We'll see, though.
I get it.
But there's more recesses out there that I've been wanting to see it more in than just like, I want to see that shit into Exanthic. Like,
me too.
Like, just the way that looks, that crazy pattern and the richness of it. Exanthic, I think, is an amazing way to go with it. The tri-stripe, I can't do. I would love to see that in tri-stripe. Absolutely would love to see that in tri-stripe.
I want to see it encrypted. You know what I mean?
Or
I would like to see it encrypted. Exactly. So this is why I say, like, what did Ozzy say a few years ago? Just shut up and breed, right? You know, that's kind of how I live by. I really just shut up. I stay out the way and I breed. I'm going to do the work. People, you know, I can get it shed tested. What the hell is that going to do? What is that going to do? What is it going to do? I still got to do the work, right?
Yep. I was going to say, yeah, you still got to, you got to get it into everything. You guys,
All they're going to do is want to compare it to something else that's out there. That's all they're going to want to do. That's all.
It's funny. I think, I don't want to say it's funny you said that, but it's ironic you said that, because I'm going to relate this to Nathan with the Bang gene. You know, Nathan's working with the Bang gene, and everybody, like, so many people, oh, it's just Orange Dream. It's just Orange Dream. It's like, if you see it in your hands, that thing it's not Orange Dream. It's not even the right color to be Orange Dream. It doesn't do what Orange Dream does. So it's what, like, I think he did, if I'm not mistaken, I think he did get it genetically tested, and it came back not Orange Dream anyway, which that wasn't a surprise. But I feel as though it's like, as much as it sucks, sometimes you have to take that extra step to appease the people. Somewhere then they believe it all of a sudden. Now, I mean, you can see that it's crazy shit that I've never seen.
That's if you care. You know, it's kind of if you care about what the people think. You know, some people say that they care about what people think, and then, you know, some people say they don't care about what people think. You know what I mean? I don't care about what people think. Like, I could see these things, I can pull them out of a tub and look at it, and I could be like, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? How many people can do that? You know what I mean?
I've never seen anything react with Mojave like you showed tonight. Never have I seen anything react like that.
Thank you. So I can't wait to get it into some other things and some recessives and double recessives, and you know what I mean? That's what Big Bro Levance is for. He's gonna help me in that category, you know what I mean? Definitely.
I'm anxious to see what all the future holds for Malice. Just more of where, like, more to see it how it progresses throughout the years, to see what it gets into, how quick, and what the results of it are. Because,
well, you know, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Because I was gonna say, because there's so many genetics out there, and you showed off just literally a handful of, combos that you had that you're gonna show, and they're just jaw dropping. And it's like, there's so many other things. Like, it could be one freaking, I'm just gonna say, a Malice leopard might have the most crazy genetic reaction together, that it's just even more mind blowing than what that Mojave Malice was.
I think there's a new gene pool or complex out there, and it has to do with these granity genes. Like, you're starting to see these granity genes come out now, you know, and I think it's really a blessing that we've been given a whole nother palette to play with, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? And it's coming, 30 years after the initial wave of things. You know what I mean? I think it's a good deal. You know, a lot of these snakes, they don't come from Ghana. They come from Togo and Benin. Like this one, the mom, she came in as a gravid wild import. You know, Ian was keeping her for himself. And I went to a shop one day, and I was like, "What's that?" And he was like, "I don't know, but it's something. I'm about to keep it." And I was like, "Whoa!" And I left, and I called him back, and I said, "Can I have that?" And he was like, "You serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro. That thing looks good." And so I came back the following week. I bought it, and as I was leaving the shop, he was like, "Hey, Ash." I'm like, "What's up?" He was like, "That's a hell of a gene." I'm like, "Okay, cool, thanks." But again, in hindsight, this is the guy that's seen the cypresses, the orange dreams, the black pastels, he has his own gene that's compatible with cinnamon and enchi and all of them. He calls it the jolt. You know what I mean? So he has, yeah. So anyway, when that gravid female got here, she laid like 2 weeks later 2 copies of herself, and I grew up the boy and the girl 1.1, and I've been breeding the boy to. I did. Yeah, and the boy looked a little bit different than the girl. Looked a little bit, what I would say, better. But that's a whole nother story. I believe there's another gene inside of there that's whatever. And so I'm figuring that out on my own. But like I said, I think it's a blessing that something like this could fall into the hands of somebody that's not afraid to do the work. I like to do the work. And you know what I mean? Somebody like Reg, somebody like Levance, they like to do the work. You know what I mean? So let's do some work. Let's do some work.
See, I think that's commendable, dude. That is commendable. There's too many people, I think, want to get on the fast track, and they want to be, I don't want to have the spotlight on them, but kind of, and then when they finally get the spotlight, they're not ready for it. When that's like, I think when that spotlight hits you, when this Malice blows up and you guys start dropping this shit and wowing the world, you're going to have every answer you need that you're going to be thrown. Like, is it like this or like that or whatever, and whatever crazy questions people are going to throw at you.
Damn right.
You'll be ready. You'll have those answers because you did the work. You put that time in.
Doggone right. Doggone right. I enjoy it. I smile at it. You better smile at it. You know what I mean? A lot of people wish that they could do what I'm doing right now, work with their own gene.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nathan, oh, is it work? Freaking, I say Nathan knows all too well. Like, I'm telling you, dude, you and Nathan need to start talking and make some magic happen. We need some bang malice, Nathan. Bang malice, bro.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Oh, dude, man, I tell you what, banging that would be phenomenal. Like, absolutely freaking phenomenal.
Just starting to scratch the surface, man.
Soulflower says, I love that you're in your element when you talk about your snakes and breeding, Ash. No way would I have ever been watching anything about snakes had I not known you.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. Thank you. But nah, Germ, I blame you for this, man. I'm serious. I keep going back to that Warfel stock, man. That started all of this, and Keys threatened me, man. Like, then I ended up chilling with them later that day on YouTube. And yeah, been doing this ever since.
Well, now did you go on Sophisticated last night?
No, I remember I went to that show 4 hours away.
That's right.
Yeah, man. I had to wake up at 1 a.m. to get there, bro. I don't know. Come on, bro.
Man.
You know I'm dedicated. You know I'm dedicated, bro.
You are, man, but damn, I didn't. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, because I mean, you guys got a lot of shit to set up.
I am dedicated. If I could sell 3 animals, right? If it, on a Saturday where I'm not doing anything in particular, if I could sell 3 animals and I don't have a morph market and all of that jazz, I'm not in the logos and all of that sort of stuff, bruh. And I get to meet these people at these reptile shows, right? Do you know every reptile show I go to, people bring their animals, these pet people that I sold to them, they bring their animals and be like, look at such and such. It's big now. And, those are the people that people need to cater to, bruh. Like, I care more about those people in my Instagram than the quote unquote big breeders, bruh. Like, those people see my face. Those people, have bought my het tri-stripe and don't know that it's a het tri-stripe. You know what I'm saying? So
next time when I see you this weekend, you point out the het tri-stripe that nobody knows is het tri-stripe for me.
Hey, man.
Ash, you're from Maryland now, right?
Well, I'm not. I'm from New York. I'm in Philly right now. That's why I be chilling with the Pennsylvania people so much.
Okay,
when I met y'all, I was in Maryland.
Okay.
Bruh, anywhere between Brooklyn and Southern Maryland, bro, it's my world to roam, bro. That's me. You catch me anywhere in between there.
It's funny when you brought up about the people bringing the snakes to the show and showing you, look at, how big this one got. I enjoyed seeing how things grow, or especially with the carpets, how they've changed color and what they've become. I used to think maybe I was weird for really enjoying that, but I enjoy the updates. I do. It's really cool. It's a heartwarming feeling. And I also feel as though the people that do that, they're going to come back to you because obviously you gave them a good experience. They're going to be a repeat customer.
Those are the people that end up with how many people have 4 tanks in their house and they're like, fuck this. Like, how the hell, what the hell? And it's time for you to upgrade to a rack, right? So you help them pick out a rack. You get the rack for them, the thermostat and all that jazz. And it's just this one little area. They're like, you know how thankful those people are, bro?
Oh, I believe it.
No, nobody ever takes time with those people. Those are the people that end up being the next ones that want to buy those genes that you clown people are trying to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that buy those animals. Yo, you better show them some attention.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, man. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and run another channel sponsor here, bro. Actually, I'm going to run the next two. It might be a split second break in between them because I haven't gotten them linked up yet. It's been busy.
Do what you
But
do.
Here we go.
Are you ready to take it to the next level? Then check out DTMG Pythons. Danny is best known for his awesome clown ball python projects. This year's focus is Confusion, Hurricane, and Disco Inferno clowns. He also specializes in high-end crested gecko morphs such as Exantic, Lily White, and Exantic Lily Whites, along with the Deadpool line of gargoyle geckos. Check out his morph market and Instagram, DTMG Pythons. Just buy it. Lucas Landon Royals produces some truly high caliber snakes. Kai has been breeding ball pythons for 6 seasons and counting. He's working toward multi-recessive combos such as DG Clown, Hypo Clown Pied, Sunset Candy Pied, and DG Exantic Pied. He's working with several other species of snakes, but next year he's going to start breeding Boa Imperators, and he also has a small group of super dwarf retics. So be on the lookout for some super dwarf cow retics. Become a royal at Lucas Landon Royals.
All right. Thank you to all of the channel sponsors. I greatly appreciate all the love and support. Everybody, just so you are aware, as the end of the year is coming, things will be changing up a little bit with the channel sponsorships and stuff. I'm going to be talking to the channel sponsors. I'm going to try to cut down the amount of sponsor ads during the weekly videos and see if I can't get a couple weekly sponsors or weekly video sponsors, then have, hopefully we can keep everybody on board for the live show, the live stream sponsors. But maybe that might not be what some people want. So we'll have to see. But I do want to try to see if I can't maybe get a little bit less ad time for everybody that's watching the content, because that seems to be the biggest complaint I get from everybody. Part of me wants to say the hell with it, suck it up, because I appreciate all the love and support from the people that do support me, because it is a true honor. But at the same token, if people aren't watching the videos, then the sponsors aren't getting the attention that they need anyway. So, I don't know, double-edged sword. Anyway, back to it though. Ash, I do. What's another species that you're thinking of adding, want to add, has your attention? Because you get to see a lot of cool shit coming through Ian. So what's some of the stuff that stands out that you're like, you really want to drop the hammer on? Because everybody likes a little variety.
I like retics.
Okay.
What's that cow retic? Is that gigantic one that looks like a gigantic pied or a calico?
Yeah.
Is that something like that?
I know there's a cow. I thought the cow retics, they're like white, but then as they age, they get black spots. They kind of start doing like a banana thing.
Whichever one of them pretty things, I can get a few of those. I've seen them in different type colors. And what's those blood pythons? What are they called? Like a 007 or something like that?
Oh, the golden eyes.
The golden eye. That thing was crazy.
Dude,
I like those.
Bloods. I think it's funny. For whatever reason, I've always been attracted to the snakes that have the worst reputation. I loved carpets. I love bloods and all the short tail pythons. I think they're badass. Green trees, like all of those ones that have those stigmas of being little nasty, basically bastards. I've always had that attraction to them, and they've never been that bad. My worst one was a green tree that I had years ago. She was a sweetheart during the day. At night, someone flipped the switch and she became a pure bitch.
Right.
Like, you could be within 5 feet of the enclosure and she'd be smacking the glass trying to get you. Daytime sweetheart though. But no, dude, a lot of the blood python stuff, like there's not enough people working with those. I don't feel
I like them. I like them. Chris and Nicole, they're two people that stay on me about getting another species. I will say that, you know. Nicole's pretty yeah. I think it does. And yeah, I like Chris's blood. So, you know, I could see myself getting another species soon, you know.
See, I always keep telling Chris that I want to get a Sumatran from him, Sumatran short tail.
Oh.
But all he does is he makes these pumpkin heads. I keep telling him he's got to make me a chrome head. If it's not chrome, I'm not getting it. Like, I'm freaking picky as hell, man. Like, it's got to be a chrome head or I can't get, like, that's the stipulation. It's just like Sean, what's up, dude? Thanks for tuning in, bro. It's just like I would love to get a diamond python. Absolutely.
Oh, what?
Love to get a pair of diamond pythons. Basically,
the diamond python.
Yeah, the diamonds. And I found a person at the last Gettysburg that had, I bet there's probably 8 of them, maybe. Beautiful, beautiful babies. And I told myself, like, I told myself, one, if I had a good show, I was going to get one. Like, I was literally this close to dropping the hammer on it. Like, ugh. And I asked the guy, I was like, are they the white phase? Because there's 2 different phases. There's a white phase and there's a yellow. Okay. And the guy said that they're the yellow phase. And it's just, oh shit. I'm sorry, if I'm gonna drop $1,400 to $1,600 on an animal, I'm making it is exactly what I want.
Yes.
Like, I'm not gonna settle, because if you settle, then I mean the yellow phases are beautiful. Don't get me wrong, folks. Don't get me wrong. The yellow phase diamonds in general are beautiful. But the ones that wow me, which no one should be surprised, are the white phase, because they're black and they're white, and it literally looks like they are studded with diamonds.
Oh,
dude! Okay. Like, absolutely. I don't even know if I can, because Kara, I can probably pull a picture up quick. I don't know if you've probably seen them though. But my wife was like, Kara gets on my shit all the time about all the snake stuff, and it probably looks the same and this and that. And I showed her this, and I told her I almost came home with one, and her jaw dropped. She goes, that doesn't look like anything you got. So here is, of course, the phone. All right. So that.
Oh.
Like, that literally looks like a snake that's been bedazzled.
So it's gonna stay like that?
Dude, that's an adult. Yeah, that's the adult.
Okay.
Yep. That's the adult. So
that's different.
Dude, it like I said, I mean, the white ones are hard to come across, but if I was gonna drop $1,400 to $1,600, it has to be exactly what I want. And as you know, they're absolutely stunning as adults. I was talking to Ian the last time, because you guys get some really nice green trees, and I told him, say, if you ever get any sorongs, to let me know, because if I ever jump on the green tree train again, I want a sorong, because I've been wanting one of those since the dawning of time. Because like, when I think green tree, I think that green and that brilliant blue stripe, and the sorongs always seem to have that stripe.
Sorong. Okay.
So
you may have to remind him when he's sitting at his office chair, like, call him during the week. You know what I mean?
I say I'll have to reach out to him once. I think normally he always has the Beox. I think he had something else one show. I forget though.
You got to call him when he's in his office. Yep. He'll write it down. It'll be a different experience.
Well, I had that. I can see Ian, if you could catch him in his office, I would imagine he can be a chatty guy if you get him when he's not like super busy at like a show. No?
No.
Really?
Ian's not a chatty guy. Nah. See, like that's what I'm saying. Like once you get to know him like at a show, yeah, you know, that's work, man. But like really, not a chatty guy.
Damn. We're all right, because see, that's how I am though. Like
he has this notebook. You got to talk to him, and he'll jot stuff down in this notebook that he has on his desk, and that's when you know that something's gonna get done. When you're talking to him at a show, bruh, he's thinking about something totally different.
I get that, which I do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's like I've got a lot of people ask me something or whatever. I tell them, it's like, just message me on Instagram or Facebook, and then that way I have the message and I can get back to you. Matt says you have to get him behind the building when he's buying wholesale. He chats.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's what he do, man. That's why he forgot about breeding, because he was so into doing that, you know, and he actually kicks himself for that. You know what I mean? He's like, you know, Ash, could I have stopped breeding? Like, how could I have done this to myself? Because it was, you know, it was the easy dollar. You know what I mean? But like, it's cool for me to see the zeal in him recently and starting to breed, and him talking to me about some of these granity genes and things that people haven't seen before. And I'm like, Ian, I'll take that. And he's like, you want it? He was like, yeah, I can do something with that. And he's like, all right, we'll talk about it. You know what I mean? So
now, how many new snakes, if you could, how many snakes out of his collection would you yank? Or yank isn't the right word, but how many snakes would you pry from him if you could, to, you know, start up different projects? Like, is it
honestly,
or is it just like 5, 2?
I would snatch like 3 genes and sprinkle them over the next 10 years and save the next 3 genes and sprinkle them over the next 10 years. Take the next 3, you know what I mean? Because he has stuff there that the world has not seen, and he don't care. You know what I mean? He's just starting to get that zeal again, you know, where the market is kind of going into, you know, let's be different. You know what I mean? Well, let's really be different. You know what I mean?
Let's fire up the burners and get some absolutely totally new shit out there.
Let's really be different. Exactly, bro. Exactly. So, you know, I would take like 3. That's it. I wouldn't be greedy. I wouldn't have people go into an overload, because there's more than enough in that place that you can deal with over the next 20, 30 years. I know there is.
Damn,
you know?
Dude. Damn.
And there's a couple of people out here that have worked for Ian, that he's their mentor, like my man Kyle. My man Kyle, he got a badass gene. And Kyle is so quiet. Don't nobody know Kyle. You know what I mean? Great. It's Sifredo, man. Look, Sifredo's Morphs. Go check them out. There's a couple of people that, you know, just Ian's friends. They have some crazy things coming. Some granity looking animals, some reduced looking. It's some of them are really nuts.
Damn, dude. Trying to think of, does anybody else have any questions for Ash here? I'm trying to think. I think we kind of covered everything that I had wanted to cover, bro. There seems like there's some backstage we were talking about, though, and it seems like I'm forgetting something.
We touched on the market, you know. We touched on the Malice. We touched on the tribe, you know. think.
Is there anything you want to throw in, add in, places for people to check you out or anything? Like show wise?
Catch me at one of your Pennsylvania shows. I like, I don't do Morph Market. You can hit me on Instagram. Definitely hit my Instagram, Morph Minded 1 on Instagram. Facebook. I'm on Facebook. But yeah, don't, say hi, say what's up. You got a new gene out there, something like that, show it to me. I like talking about stuff.
Oh, Chris has got a good one. If there's one gene Malice isn't in yet, what do you want to see it in the most? That's a good one, Chris.
I would love to see for like, let's say a DG clown. Because I'm not a clown guy, I would like to see it in the clown just so I could see it in the clown, because I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would like to see it in DG. That little picture that I showed you, that's some progress, man. And that's look at what the head looks like, So
See,
I'm just. Mm-hmm.
It's some exciting shit. I'm not gonna lie, folks. The link for Ash's Instagram is in the description, guys. So make sure you guys do go ahead and check that out. Also, don't forget, if you have any shed testing needs, hit Charlie up, Gray Rider Reptiles, shedtesting.com. Let me run that banner there for you. Use code CARPET15, get 15% off of your order through shedtesting.com. And then also, if, like I was saying before to Ash, I'm gonna work on him a little bit on this. Maybe we'll convert him, but he's got a system that works for him, so I'm not gonna pressure him too much. But Husbandry Pro, guys, if you are interested in giving Husbandry Pro a shot, I highly recommend it. I love it. It allows me to keep all my records. Super handy for myself at shows, because I take all these little cards that you see behind me. Each card has a QR code. Customers can scan that QR code. They get all the breeding data on that animal, so they have all the genetics, the lineage, all like feedings, and all. They can see all that stuff. And I find that customers really, really like that aspect. But use code Warfel60. It gets you a 60. If I could speak, it gets you a free 60-day trial, not just the 30-day trial that you get from the affiliate link in the description down below. So make sure you guys use the link, but use code Warfel60 to get that 60-day trial. Let's see. We got some more. Let's see here. Mitzi, thank you. Thank you. I did see, hold on here. I did see Soulflower says, great segment, fellas. Ash, much love. Thank you, Soulflower. Let's see here. Tara says, I'm half Husbandry Pro, half my own way. And sometimes that's, you got to do that. James says, Jeremy, is I getting Husbandry Pro? Will you come enter if I get Husbandry Pro? I will tell you this much, Jamie. I will help you. Like, I will walk you through it, but you got to enter all that shit in yourself. That is the only problem with Husbandry Pro, is if you have a large collection, it takes a little bit of time to get everything entered. But after the initial thing, then it's just a cakewalk, folks. It is a cakewalk after that. The breeding plans, it's just converting eggs to animals, it repopulates everything. It's so much freaking easier. But Jamie, use that affiliate link, man. Use the affiliate link, use the code, get the trial. Get started now. Maybe, depending on how many animals you have, maybe by the end of the year, you'll be done. Depending on how hard you hit it. If you hit it really hard, you might be done in a week.
So what's the magic number for wanting to get Husbandry Pro? What would you say?
Oh, dude, the magic number is 1. In all honesty, the sooner anybody gets Husbandry, the better off you are, because It doesn't take forever to enter animals in.
Mhm.
It's just if you have a vast collection, it seems like it takes forever because you're entering in ID numbers, the genetics. If you want to track feedings, you're entering in the food items and how frequent you want to feed. Like there's a lot that goes into setting up that little thing. I do have tutorials on the channel as well for anybody that is interested in it, but do it as soon as possible. Nathan has a good way here too. He says, do yourself a favor, enter from a spreadsheet and import. You are able to import stuff into it. Yes. Excuse me.
See, I don't even use a spreadsheet. Yeah, I guess I'm weird.
You're not weird, dude. You got a system that works. I mean, it's the old saying is if it's not broke, don't fix it. And I told myself for the longest time I would never, and I think I've even said this on the live years ago, that I would never rely on a software to do something like that because I use the note cards and all that stuff to keep track of feedings, pairings, all that stuff.
Okay.
I gave Husbandry Pro a try, and I was like, you know what? This is really freaking simple. Especially like if you do, I don't know if you feed live or frozen thawed. If you're getting them from Chris, you're probably doing live.
Yeah.
But for me, like I do frozen thawed. So in order for me to not waste rats, I thaw out X amount on this feeding night, go through, start with the difficult feeders and work my way up to the ones that I know are going to eat. And then the next night or 2 nights later, I do another feed night and finish, just that way I'm not running out of rats. Well, Husbandry Pro tells me, hey, these are the animals that you got to feed tonight. Or, and it gives you how many rats you got to thaw out, what size, all that stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Like it gives you like the exact numbers, if it's rat pups, large rats, medium, whatever. Mouse fuzzies.
So it doesn't matter because I feed my snakes whatever they want. Mouse, rats, ASFs. The same snake that eat a mouse, rat, and the ASF all in the same day. I don't care.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, like you set a preferred feeder item for it, and then it just tells you, feedings due. You need 10 pups, 4 fuzzies, 3 medium. Whatever. It's nice. It's really nice for that aspect. If you've got animals like you were saying that don't care what the hell they're eating, then you don't really need to put a preferred feeder item. Just so and so needs to eat. The big thing is I really like is from coming back from shows, because when I get back from shows, I take their little tags with them. So I pull up my Husbandry Pro, go to my rack view, so I can literally you can literally see your racks in Husbandry Pro.
Right.
And I just go down the line. Okay, this one goes here. Like it shows me exactly where each baby goes, and I just go right down the line, put everybody back into their tubs where they belong. Like super efficient. I love it. Saves me a bunch of time. Customers, I think the bigger part is customers love being able to see that data. I know there's a lot of people that say their customers don't care about seeing that stuff. Maybe not. I've had a lot of people when they ask me a question, I say, scan the QR code. It's like, it'll tell you everything. And they look at you weird, they scan it. And as soon as they scan it, it takes them to that website and they see a professional looking website. Like where's one at here? I'll scan one right now. Blow myself up. See, I'm doing a promo here for Ash, now trying to sell him on this. So anyway, all right. So it'll come up, but it has all this data. Picture of picture of the pairing that produced it.
Okay.
Picture of the animal itself, and then you can see all the data as far as feeding, sheds, all that stuff.
Okay.
So like people like seeing that data. I think it makes them feel as though like they're like, well, this guy's not trying to hide anything because they can see it. So I think that's really cool. So we'll get you hooked on it, dude. We'll get you hooked on it. Maybe next bar. It might take till next barbecue, but we'll bring you down here and we'll let you see. You know, I'll work on you. I'll work on you, brother.
I may do it per gene or something like that. I may do it with a couple of my genes or something.
See, try it out. How it goes. Yeah, try it out. I mean, it might. I mean, I don't know how much Malice stuff you have. You've probably got a lot, but it might be a good, quick, easy way to track your Malice stuff too. You know, start with that, see how you like it, and you can get. I think the free tiers up to 5 animals or something. Okay. Try it on just 5 animals, see how you like it.
I think you might have sold me a little bit, at least a little bit.
I'll work. I will take you down the rabbit hole, my friend. I will take you down the rabbit hole one of these days at one of these shows. Like, I'll work on you. I'll work on you. Let's see. There were some James, but I don't know if I want people knowing my breeding plans. Yeah, you can keep that private, Jamie. Yeah, you can select if it's private or if it's public. You can keep certain things public, certain things private. Like all that stuff, it doesn't matter. Like you can customize it fully how you want it. Let's see here. Jay says Ash is old school and everyone is trying to change him. We're not trying to change him, Jay. We're just. I feel as though some of this stuff is. The world is forever changing, and sometimes when opportunity knocks, and it is a good improvement, and you can see the improvement. Sometimes the old ways aren't bad, but a new change of pace isn't always a bad thing, though. Because like I said, I swore up and down I would never freaking do it, dude. Swore up and down I'd never do it. And for instance, I'll tell you this exactly. Like for the carpet pythons, dude, like I don't want to say it's a game changer, but the fact that I now can track that lineage for the carpets, because the carpet community is big time on lineage stuff.
Right.
So the fact that I can keep track of all of that and customers can scan it, see, okay, this is mom, this is dad. I do try to include a picture of the lineage because obviously like there's lineage charts for some of the adults as well. I try to have a picture of that original lineage chart for the adults so that way people can see it. And it allows them just basically track, where everybody came from and all that stuff. So it's a nice little tool, especially depending on what you're working, how you're working it too. I mean, there's so much to do with it, man. So much to do with it. Like the sky's literally the limit with this stuff. Jamie, I'm not going to lie. I've bought animals from people that use Husbandry Pro, and I love the info I get. And that's the other thing. If someone buys an animal from you, and you've got Husbandry Pro, and they've got it, you can transfer that. You can transfer that animal from your husbandry to theirs, and they because I think with what my cards are set up as, I think it lets you see the last 20 activities or something like that. If you transfer the animal to them, they get everything. They get like that whole animal that gets taken out of your inventory and put in theirs. Like it's really nice.
I might. I have to do some, changing. So I'll give it some more serious thought. It's like I have yet to get anything shed tested. You know what I mean?
Oh, but shed testing. That has saved my ass on a few things.
It's about to, you know what I mean? Because I need to see if something, I guess, is heck, clown, or cryptic. But I guess if I could technically get something just tested for one, and I'll know if it's the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I say use Charlie, bro. Gray Rider Reptiles. Use that code, brother, because he's got everything, man. He's got so much. I don't want to say everything. Charlie's got a lot of stuff though. He definitely has cryptic and clown though.
When are they gonna get that tri-stripe test going, man? What's going on?
Dude, start sending Charlie sheds, bro. Send Charlie sheds.
Okay.
Charlie, are you still in the chat? So maybe we can get some in-depth look into the shed test. Actually, I need to have Charlie come back on the show here and talk about his progress in the shed testing. Ty Baby asks, do you have honey with you now?
Yes. She's right there. I do. My 21-year-old, definitely. And she'll fuck me up too, but I do. Honey, be nice, honey. Be nice, honey. Be nice. Be nice, honey. Be nice. Be nice.
Jason, Ash voice is so deep it talks deep. It talks to girlfriend in her sleep at night.
That's honey.
That is a big girl.
Oh man, I have a 4,800 gram hypo that lays 11 to 15 eggs, bro.
Holy crap, dude!
That's honey. Yep. Yes.
That one there. Excuse me.
She's not that big.
Volta line or Volta lineage if she 4,800 grams.
Yeah.
Crap.
Oh yeah, and she's like 6 years old, maybe 7 years old. Just a big ass hypo.
Ooh, all right, Reggie's gonna put you on the spot, dude. Reggie's putting you on the spot. What's your favorite snake in your entire collection?
You know what? Reggie, you a funny guy, man. Probably some animals that I don't show. You know what? I think right now that I would say my favorite animal is my triple het DG hypo tri-stripe female.
Oh,
that's the triple het. That's probably my favorite right now. There's four of them actually, but yeah, I like her.
Dude, that DG hypo tri-stripe. That's some badass shit right there, bro. Reggie's trying to get you to show some shit there, I think. Oh, man, that's funny. Reggie, thank you very much, dude, for tuning in. It's really cool because, I've watched Reggie's stuff, so it's really cool to see.
That's my squad, man. That's my squad. Reggie and Keisha, I talk to them probably on a daily, every other day, basis. You know what I mean? Reggie and Keisha. And behind them, I would say I talk to Levance from Straight Fire Reptiles. You know what I'm saying? Them three, those are probably my go-tos in this thing that we do. You know what I mean? If there's something I got to figure out, genetics or temperature, rats, anything, it's them three right there.
Yeah, I do. Because and I should have asked this earlier. I just now thought of it though. What have been some of the hardest things hardest challenges you've come across? Just within breeding and getting started and all that stuff. Because since you were saying earlier, with the incubator you started off with, what were just some of the biggest challenges that you had to overcome for anybody that's just now starting to get into the breeding game?
One of the biggest challenges, I mean, really, I had to learn everything as a person not in the reptile community, man. You know what I mean? A big challenge probably to go your direction before it was popular to go your own direction. That was a big deal. That was probably very challenging. To be able to stay that course and to not look at people's Instagrams, to not be wowed or swayed by what somebody else has made, to just stay your own course and to be hyper focused on your genetics that you like. That's probably the hardest thing that I've done. Probably.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that's the first time I've had anybody that I've ever asked that question say that. And I think that is probably the hardest thing people need to realize and overcome. Because it's hard, man. It's absolutely freaking hard. I see so much stuff. It's like, man, I'd love to get into this and that and this and that, or even different species. I'd love to get into this and that. And it's hard to reel yourself back into reality, stay focused, and keep that direction and stay on the course. And if you can manage to do so, I feel as though the payoff is well worth it. Because you can always add in stuff after you get that foundation, you get everything set up, and you're rocking and rolling. Yes. Once you've gotten that accomplished and you're stable, everything's good, then yeah, it's okay to add a little bit. So you want to add in another recessive or another gene into whatever. But I think that probably is the hardest thing, is to stay your course. Jay says Ash is a different breed. They don't make them like that anymore. They make them like him anymore. That is true. That is true. It is very hard to find somebody that is that mentality. 100%. Freaking Nathan, man. Freaking Nathan. Nathan, see, that's why I am on my own course, because I'm the only one with Xanthics that have yellow. My jaundice Xanthics. Freaking Nathan. Tell you what, Nate, man, go get some shorts. I love Nathan, man. Nathan, between Nathan and John, those guys bust my chops so freaking bad. So freaking bad. And you know what? They're all like family to me. Like I literally talk to them more than I do my own family. So that's the funny thing about this community, is that when you find your group, your herd, your people,
man,
when you find them, dude, they like you guys become just like blood. I mean, it's
I think I found mine, man. Like, shout out to, Keys, and Whis, Whis Constrictors. Those are the brothers, man. We're putting out a rap album soon. But, hanging out with that whole group, Elias, Bosa, all of them. Like, it's been a blessing to meet them. It's been a blessing to, you know what I'm saying, chill and hang out with y'all. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
100%, dude. That's the coolest, like, the fact that people, and I'll take us back to Warfel Fest, however anybody wants to call it. The fact that people look forward to coming out to some idiot's backyard for a freaking barbecue that drive hours. Some of them drive like I want to say days, but basically days for how far some of these people are.
That's a fact.
For a freaking barbecue.
That's a fact.
That in itself is not only make me feel super loved, but like that's a testament to how close this community is, how we all do view so many of us as family, and we look forward to, getting to hang out and see one another.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
Jay says Malice speaks for itself, and it's got a deep voice too.
Oh man. Hey, that's why I named it the Malice, man, because when I first started seeing them, I'm like, this thing has bad intentions. That's the name. Malice. Yeah, man.
See, I've often wondered, like, how to, like, if ever I was to discover a new gene, what the hell would I name it that wouldn't be stupid? And I literally sat there trying to come up with some really badass names. And you know what? I didn't come up with a single freaking good name at all. Like every name popped in my head. Like, no, that's dumb. That's dumb. After a while, I just like, you better not come across any new shit because you're just gonna kill it. And it's just like I don't want to be the guy that comes up, finds a gene, and calls it. This is gonna be a bad bash, but it terrible name for a gene. But I don't want to name a gene and call it Nanny and expect it to take off with like. Whoever named it, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. That was a terrible freaking choice of a name, though. But that is a name that I would have more than likely, terribly.
Terrible.
But I guess now it's what, Carnage? Yeah, I think they renamed it Carnage, but I think it's too far gone now. Everybody still calls it Nanny. Okay, Will says, other than a line down the side, what does Malice do? Malice blows up that shit. It freaking creates chaos.
I saw a lot going on with the sides. If you can go on my Instagram and if you could just see a line down the back, then cool. What genes do you have in your collection? I would like to see them. You know what I mean? That's all. But I can easily see more than a line down the back. The flanks of the animal are blown out. The alien heads, some of them don't have dots, but some of them have this granity pattern where all it is dots. Behind the head, there's a lot of flaming. Jeremy, like in the picture that I showed you, the neck is blown out nuts. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's...
Will was thinking of Malum.
Oh, the Malum. I remember that gene. Yeah. But nah, it's all good. Like I said, that's why I enjoy doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of talking about it, I'm a show about it. You know what I'm saying? Is gonna be like, well, what does it do? All right, boom. I don't like clown, but here goes one. You know, and it's gonna do what it do. But either way, what am I gonna do? Put it back in the wild? No.
All right. If you go to put that shit out in the wild, you bring me along with you because I will help you put it back in its natural environment. Just turn it around real quick, okay? After you lay it down.
Hey, man. I'm excited, man.
Bag afterwards. Oh,
and it's the dandy Carnage gang. But yeah, that's another thing. And my gene isn't one of them little subtle punk genes either. As you can see, ain't nothing subtle about my gene. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have some fun with it.
No, dude, there's nothing subtle about that. What it freaking does is mind-blowing. To say the least, it is mind-blowing. But, dude, it's been 2 hours, bro. So
we did it.
I think we're going to call it a night, man. I definitely want to get you on. I want to do a round table, and I think I'm going to try to nail it down with you and Nathan.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to see if there's anybody else that I can think of that's front line working a new gene. And just kind of, I don't want to say compare and contrast, but I think that would be neat to have people that are doing kind of the same things, but with different genetics and kind of compare and contrast. So Nathan, if you're watching this, dude, I'm gonna be knocking on the door here at some point. So it's not going to be for tech support this time, though. Dude, it's an inner joke within like our little Facebook thing. I guess even Instagram chat, but Nathan is my tech support. Anytime I have a question or need advice, a lot of times it's not even tech related. A lot of times it's just like business, like it's basically around like the bit, like, you know, breeding and the business end of it. Because Nathan's got a great mind for that shit. So I really go to him as he is my mentor on that end. 100%.
See, I might reach out to him on, you know, I like to hear people's perspective on that too, man. So yeah,
dude,
I probably will reach out to him.
Freaking great mind on that shit. Absolutely great mind. But Ash, I greatly appreciate you hanging out with me tonight, dude. I really do. Oh, look at this.
Thank you,
Nathan's
bro.
Two. All right. Sweet.
Let's do it.
I'll make it happen. We'll pick a date.
Let's do it. Now, thank you, man. Thank you. This is my first solo interview. Thank you, man.
I guess because everything else you've been on, it was sophisticated. They're with Malice.
And Hair Down Friday.
And Hair Down. Yep, that's right. I forgot you did get on Hair Down.
But you were the first person that actually asked me to be on an interview, and I'm like, are you out of your mind? I like, you've been asking me this for like 3 years or something like that.
Dude, well, see, that's like, I'm one of those people. I like this, you know, put the little punchline in there for it. And if I get that vibe that, you know, you really don't want to do it, you know, but you're kind of like, say, all right, I'll let you go, let you stew on it a little bit type of deal. And I let you stew on it long enough. And then we did the thing here at the barbecue and say, you know what? Nah, he's good now. He's good. he's ready. He just doesn't know he's ready yet.
Thank you.
Mitzi says it was a great first interview. I think everybody says that they've enjoyed it. Yes, Will, go ahead and watch the replay, dude. You do get to see what it does, what Malice does do, and a couple different combos. Go to the Instagram, man. Yeah, go to the Instagram too. Yeah, what the hell am I thinking? Yeah, his Instagram's in the description down below, dude. Go to IG, check him out, give him a follow as well. But I would suggest putting like a bowl under your chin or a bib to catch the drool. Just get, a little friendly advice, bro. A little friendly advice. But Nathan says great show as well. Thank you again, Ash. Greatly appreciate it, bro. Hang on here 1 minute though. Everybody, please go ahead, check out the channel sponsors. Check out the channel membership. There's a link for that down in the description down below as well. Don't forget, Carpet 15 gets you 15% off your shed testing from Charlie at Gray Rider Reptiles, shedtesting.com. Excuse me, use code Warfel60, get 60 days free from Husbandry Pro. Warfel60, guys. That affiliate link is in the description down below as well. And this week's video, what is this week's video? I think this week's video is it's an update on clutch number 4. The week after that will be an update on clutch 5, which I think is probably the clutch everybody wants to see the most anyway, because that was the DG Hypo chocolate stuff. So that'll be in 2 weeks. If anybody, for whatever reason, because I was shocked that this last week's video didn't get as many views as rapidly as what I thought. I know it's long, folks. It's 30 minutes, but that eye candy of the carpets is so worth it. And if you are in the market for a carpet, go check that video out. There's still some from the very first carpet clutch from this year, but definitely go check out the carpet clutch that just dropped for the availability from last week's video. All the numbers, male, female, what number they are, that is all on there. So go ahead and check that out as well. And, hit me up if there's anything that does interest you. I will be starting to take those babies to shows. Some of them have been to shows already. Some of them have left. Not from the second clutch. The second clutch is all still, that just got released. They're all still here. But they are going to start hitting the Husbandry Pro store. So keep that in mind, folks. Actually, speaking of which, check out the Husbandry Pro store. Link is in the description down below for that. It is in my link tree. And also gives you access to my incubator. You can see what I got cooking up. So check that out. If there's anything that does interest you, get on that wait list. Another perk to Husbandry Pro, dude. People can see what's in your incubator and get on a wait list. Half of the first carpet clutch was gone before they hatched. It's pretty cool. But yeah, folks, this weekend you should be able to catch both of us, Ash and myself, at Hamburg Reptile Expo. Although now it's Morgantown. I think they still run under. I think it's everybody still calls it Hamburg, but it's Morgantown. I forget what is it, East Coast Reptile Super Show or what?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that East Coast Reptile Super Show? Something like that. But just look at Morgantown, PA, everybody, and Morgantown Reptile Expo. It'll pop up. But I will be there. Ash should be there. Some of the channel sponsors will be there. So come out, say hi, buy some stuff, guys. Let those malls get out of that moldy money and set the malls free, and pass some green around. But it's gonna be it, folks. Greatly appreciate all the love and support. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will catch you guys next week. Next week also. The live will not be on Sunday. I'm gonna have to do a live. I think I might do my live Friday after I finish packing. So it's going to be, I know going up against Hair Down Fridays, that you guys, it's going to be a solo live, folks. So go hang out, Hair Down Fridays. You guys don't feel obligated to come check me out because I am intruding on that time slot. So go wherever you want to go. Maybe you want to flip flop back and forth. I don't know. But because this weekend's jam packed. I've got Hamburg and I've got Comic-Con on Sunday. So normally I'm not back in time for Comic-Con to do a live. I will be exhausted anyway. So yeah, anyway. But yeah, this week's live should be Friday. And I think, is it Thursday? I think Thursday I'm doing a live. Yes, Thursday I will be doing, oh wait, no, that's next Thursday. Never mind. On the 15th, I'm doing a live for Husbandry Pro, going over some more aspects of Husbandry Pro. So
I'll tune in for that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like it'll be a good way for you to ask questions about whatever you've got cooking up there too. Creative says you should do a collab with Hair Down, but see, I don't know how you can combine both things and get the credit to both channels. That would be the only thing there, Keith. I don't know how that would work. Because I don't want to screw up my algorithm, because if I miss a video, YouTube punishes you. So you got to appease the algorithm. I'm stuck at that two things a week, so I've got to stick to that 2 things a week. It'll probably throw them for a loop anyway, going off of my normal date. But anyway, that's going to be it, folks. Have a great week, everybody. I'll catch you guys next week, or I guess later on this week. But Ash, hang on here 1 second, brother. I will see you backstage in a minute. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week.